Hi, um, if you don't know me, my name is Emma, um, and I just thought that I would try and log my process of going through the PIP um, application and all of that stuff, which is personal independence payment for anybody that doesn't know, which you're supposed to be able to get if you've got a long-term illness or disability that affects your day-to-day life. My issue is anxiety and depression, and it's hard to describe how you feel on a day-to-day basis with anxiety and depression as it is, and the forms are very much aimed towards people who aren't able-bodied, not able-minded. So it's difficult. So I've decided I need to get as much medical history as I possibly can. I called up the doctor and I spoke to a secretary who didn't seem to want to help me at all. I asked her if I told her that I was told her I was trying to claim PIP, and asked if my doctor would be able to help me through the process. And her reply was that I don't need to get any medical evidence from my doctor. If PIP want the information, they will call the doctor. But that wasn't good enough for me. I hung up the phone, cried, didn't really know what to do, and I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to call them again and see if I can request my medical information myself. The next person that I spoke to was a lot nicer, and she told me to write a letter to my doctor, which I have done, and my mum's going to drop it off to the doctors because I just can't go out at the moment. So yeah, so that's step one. Step two will be actually applying for PIP, which I'm absolutely terrified about because I know that so many people have had horror stories with applying for PIP. So I'm not looking forward to that at all, but my fiance is going to be there with me when I apply for it. So hopefully he'll be a good support through that. And then when the forms come, I'll fill those out. Obviously you're supposed to go by your worst day possible, but I can't go by my worst day possible because I do work. So, you know, if I tell them that quite often I lay in bed all the time, the people that are assessing me, or the person who's assessing me, will probably say, well, you go to work. How can you be laying in bed when you go to work? So I'll have to do it on I'll have to base it on my good days, which obviously that won't go in my favour either, probably. So I'm going to have a struggle on my hands, and I do fully expect my case to come back telling me that I'm not ill enough to get help and that I need to go for a mandatory reconsideration or something. So I'm prepared for that. I've got a really good boss at work who said that she will fully support me through this. She will write me a letter confirming that I struggle on a daily basis, and that I have called into work ill. I've given up. I haven't been to like training days and things like that because my anxiety and depression have been too bad that I physically cannot go. And obviously, with the PIP system, they don't go by your actual diagnosis. They go by how you cope from day to day. And in day to day life, I do need assistance, which is why I'm still going to apply for it, even though my circumstances are a little bit tricky. I know that with physical health problems, PIP will allow you, well, PIP understands that you can work with a physical disability, but it's a bit different when you've got a mental disability. But I've got mental health problems. I have pills to help my mental health, but at the same time, I still need assistance to go to work, to be as independent as I can at home with the assistance of my fiance and my family and things like that, really. So we'll see how it goes. So the first stage is obviously sending off this letter, trying to get my medical history from my doctor. And yeah, I'll call up on Friday and I'll let you know how that goes to actually start my claim.